All right. So welcome to the Ash Cash Show. Every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Please go to the ashcashshow.com to subscribe to our podcast. Go to ashcashtv.com to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see this live and direct. We in the building every Monday through Friday. Salute to the Mind Right Moguls who are checking in. Cleaning for you. Blessings and greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if this is your first time, then welcome. If you are returning, then welcome back. If the format of the show, number one, we first do an inspirational word of the day. Number two, we go into the financial news. And then lastly, we open it up for any questions. If you are watching and you need to ask any questions, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, still waiting for LinkedIn. I don't know what's up with LinkedIn. LinkedIn acting up. I'm apply again. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm. That's the one thing. I'm very resilient. So I'm gonna keep rocking it out. I'm gonna keep applying for LinkedIn. But if you're watching from any of these other platforms, please put your questions in the comment box below. If you are watching on Instagram and you have any questions, finance, life, business, whatever, please put your questions in the question box. I'll do my best to answer all of them. And yeah, I'll do my best. We don't have too much. It's not a crazy news day, so I think we should be good. As far as being able to get to the news or get to the questions in a timely fashion. So we'll start there. All right. So let's start with the daily bread, the daily word of the day. I just posted this on my Instagram. And the quote says, somebody somewhere is depending on you to do what God called you to do. Somebody somewhere is depending on you to do what God called you to do. I want you to be clear about something. Right? I want you to be clear about something that you don't know who you're inspiring. You never know who you're inspiring. There's always an opportunity to inspire people. There's always an opportunity to do what God called you to do. And the reason why God is calling you to do this thing because I believe our purpose in life is just to make the world better than how we found it, right? And so there's a lot of times where and if you listen to the show, you understand that there's been times that I was inspired people. Fat shout to my guy Young Poppy in the building, Avery Smith. Like there's times where people who you don't even know you're inspiring, but you're like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like they give it up, and you're like, damn, And so another one of these things happened yesterday. So one of my guys, my guy Francois Laporte, was on Instagram doing a live, and he had sent me the live, and I was just I think it was I think I was out. I was getting my car fixed, right? And so because I was getting my car fixed, because if y'all hear that noise in the background, we just let the dog out, and my son is yelling loud. I'm pretty sure y'all heard it, but if y'all didn't, then excuse me. But if y'all did, then that's what that is. But my guy Francois Laporte Jr., I was getting my car fixed, and so he had sent me a link to the live. And so, I was checking out his live, seeing that he was doing, what I'm saying? He was doing Wall Street Philippe said, not the reliable Ford. No, not when I say fix, I had an oil change. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to play me, fam. Now I said I was getting an oil change. So I shouldn't have said fix. I was saying my oil change. So so what happened was every and again, I'm not even endorsed by Ford, so I don't even know why I'm defending it. Does say they're not even I'm not even endorsed by them. But I know yesterday I was giving up to my Ford Explorer. But because of the quarantine, I was supposed to get my oil changed in January. And because of the quarantine and stuff, that was the last thing on my mind. But as I was driving, two things happened. To be 100% honest, two things happened. Is that as I was driving the car, I started hearing like a crunching sound on my brakes. So I was like, yo, I've been playing around with checking this thing out in general, and I didn't have an oil change since January. So I went, you know what I'm saying? I went to go get that taken care of. So that's what I've been getting fixed. But either way, I was getting my one fun girl says Kezia shouted you out on her page, Hustlenomics, so you never know who you may impact. Nah, yo, that's the family right there. So I don't know if y'all know, like, Kezia, that's the homie. I've done a lot of stuff with the Black Upstart. Kezia is like a personal friend of mine. Yeah. So salute to her, because definitely I was part of her. My Black receipt. I gotta upload my receipts too, because I've been buying Black as well. And I just have to upload my receipts. Go to myblackReceipts.com. But yeah, she definitely, that's the homie. So she definitely show love. We did a book thing in DC. We actually had a whole what do you call this thing? We had a whole project that we were working on together that we were gonna do in Atlanta, in DC. It was a tour we were gonna do together, but COVID happened, and it never came into fruition. So salute to my homie, to Kezia in the building. But yeah, so back to, I was watching a live. My guy Francois Laporte, he sent me the live, and I'm watching the live, and so come to find out, so he just released a book, and he was one of my students as well in my in my book course, and just to kind of see the level of respect, the level of gratitude that he was given to me, others as well, but just the level of respect and gratitude that he was given to me, as it relates to being instrumental in helping him cement a part of his legacy, right? And so that's the thing, right? So when people write books, I don't know if you realize that, like, your book is your legacy. Think and Grow Rich. I use Think and Grow Rich all the time because I am somebody that listens to Think and Grow Rich often. And so Think and Grow Rich was written in 1929, and I still, listen to the book. I still promote the book. There's still new people who buy the book. It's still a bestseller. And so, at the end of the day, it's like, man, like, these people have, cemented their legacy through writing books. And that's why I'm a big advocate of books. I have 8 of them. I got 20 more coming out. And so Khalil Lloyd says, how do I join your book club? So it's actually if you go to, so I pinned it right there. If you go to shop.mindrightmoney.com, if you scroll down, there's access to my courses. So I have an online academy. And so the academy is where you can join to learn how to write a book. So I have a program that teaches you the game on how to write a book from start to finish. And I'm actually going to increase the price. So the price is really low right now. But I give you a 90-day step program. It's videos. It's all this stuff or whatever on how to write and publish your book in 90 days or less. Actually, if you go to mindwrites.com, you can sign up for it. But that price that you see is not going to be the same price. So if you go to mindwrites.com, and I'll put it there so y'all won't get confused. You could join and be one of the students. It does come with a one-on-one with me, and so we get to talk. I get to give you some ideas, but again, like I said, the price is going to be different. But I think that to be on the live, and I didn't join the live because I didn't know he was going to shout me out. You know what I'm saying? So just to be on the live, and to be able to see how much of an impact I've had on him and his family, though, right? Because he's getting praises from his kids and his wife, and you know what I'm saying. So that felt good. And then, he hit me up afterwards like, yo, bro, thank you so much for joining. You don't know how much that meant to me. And at the end of the day, if I didn't obey, right? If I didn't obey what God put in me, right? If I didn't obey what God put in me, then I would not be in a position to be impacting people. And I know that there's other Avery Smiths out there. There's others, Francois out there where, there's a the work that God has called me to do is inspiring people, and I know that. And this is why and I'll be 100% honest, even on the days that I don't feel like getting up, I promise you, life is a journey. So I promise you, there's days that I don't even feel like getting up. I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. Like, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? But even on those days, I know that it's not about me. Even on those days, I know that there's somebody somewhere depending on me to do what God called me to do. And that is my message to you today. Somebody somewhere is depending on you to do what God called you to do. And I think that you are being disrespectful to God by not honoring what God wants you to do. I think you're being disrespectful for the people who are depending on you by you not doing what God called you to do. You were not given this life just to sit around and do nothing, right? Because there's other, I guarantee you, there's other people that that would love to trade places with you. You know what I'm saying? There's other people that would love to trade places with you, meaning that people who aren't here anymore. And so if you get up and do nothing, then I think it's a disrespect to God. You're not honoring God, and it's a disrespect for people who you can inspire. At any level, though, too, right? It doesn't even have to be at a level of reaching thousands of people. I think that's the biggest mistake we make as well. It's like, if I'm not inspiring thousands of people, why does it matter? It does matter, right? I got video of my son, right? Here's the silver lining in this, COVID-19 and things of that nature, right? Is that if COVID-19 didn't happen, I probably wouldn't be doing this show, right? If COVID-19 didn't happen, I would probably be working out of a co-working space. And so the when I do my work, it would be separate from, my family or whatever the case may be, just to kind of get brain space and things of that nature. My kids would probably be in some type of program, and they wouldn't have access real time to what the family is doing from a business perspective, right? But now, because of COVID-19, the first lady has her insurance business and books, and so she's able to show them that piece, right? And she does consulting from an HR perspective, so she gets to show them that piece. I'm now doing this show, at my home, and so they get to see that every day, right? And then, I'm also able to, my daughter runs the book business. And so I had a coaching the other day, and God was asking me, like, hey, I see that you're selling books yourself or whatever the case may be. Is it better to do it that way, or is it better to do it via Amazon? I was like, Amazon is the best way, because you don't have to carry inventory. You could just promote it, send them to Amazon. You get a piece of it. You ain't got to buy postage. You ain't got to buy packages. You ain't got to do none of that. But I told him that the reason why I'm doing this is because this is an opportunity to teach my daughter business, right? If she doesn't see what I'm doing to get the books out there, and to get the books to the people, then she's not, there's a valuable lesson that she can learn. And so because of COVID-19, I'm able to, have my daughter run my book business. So every time when somebody buys a book, it's my daughter that's sending the packages out and all that stuff. And I pay her for that as well, right? And so she's happy because she has an account, and she's always coming to be like, Daddy, did you transfer the money? Give me my money. You know what I'm saying? Give me my money, right? But even bigger than that, or not bigger than that, but even, another part of it is, my son, right? And so I have video of my son mimicking me, right? And my daughter is 12. My daughter is 12, and my son is 5. Poise moms asks, how old is your daughter? So my daughter is 12, my son is 5. And I got video of my son actually mimicking me. Like, so I mean, y'all see the microphone, and I got video of him like, welcome to the Ash Cash Show. Like, he's like mimicking what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And then even like I record intros. He's like, let's get it. Like he's mimicking me, right? And so what better feeling than a 5-year-old right? There's a 5-year-old that's watching my every move to the point where he really thinks he's me. If you ask the first lady, you would think it's three of us. There's three parents, because he's attached to us as if, like he's the third parent, right? But he's watching, and so even from a small perspective, and that's what I believe. I believe that when you look to make an impact, you should make a impact in your immediate community first. It makes no sense that the people on Instagram or the people on Facebook or the people on social media, they love you and they're like, yo, you the best, but then you go home and your family don't look up to you. Your family don't respect you. You know what I'm saying? I saw your face on my school information. I see you. Life Say was good. I don't know what school you go to, but shout out to your school. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, I just want to give that again as the daily word of the day. Somebody somewhere is depending on you to do what God called you to do, right? And so make sure you're being obedient, you're following what God is telling you to do, and then go from there. All right, cool. And so since we on inspiration, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. If y'all see this shirt, you know what I'm saying? It says take the risk, 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 right? And so let me give you the irony of this, right? And so if y'all watching, I don't know if y'all can see, but if y'all watching, go to shop.mindrightmoney.com. Y'all can purchase the shirt. It's part of the Ash Cash motivational line. But I don't know if y'all can see, right? So I was like, yo, I'm going to, post this or whatever. I said I'm a post that I have the shirts available for sale, and so let me grab one of them and put them on, right? So I had 3 shirts. I was sent 3 shirts, right? And so I actually still have the tag or whatever, so y'all can see the tag. And so I have 3 shirts, right? And matter of fact, you can see it better if you're watching on ashcashtv.com. So y'all go there in a second. Naviate, I think, or something associated with the loans. All right, dope. So I posted these shirts, and you can see it better if you go to ashcashtv.com. And so I feel like this is the irony of this shirt that says take the risk, take the risk, take the risk. So as y'all know, I've been talking about my weight release journey. So I've been really focused on being healthy. And so, it started in 2019. So fast shout out to my guy Ty at LA Fitness, because he started it. And then my guy, once we went to quarantine, my guy Mel Robinson was the one that continued helped me with my workout journey. And then, we've been eating right, drinking juice and all that stuff. And so, I released 65 pounds between last year and this year, and so when I opened up the package, right, for the shirt, I normally wear a 2XL, like a 2 extra large. And so the other shirts he gave me, my guy Heck sent me were 2X. So I'm like, all right, 2X, good money. Let me throw this on. And so show's about to start. I'm about to throw the shirt on. And I look, and I'm like, yo, this joint is a medium, a schmedium, B. I said, yo, how about guys sending me a schmedium? Like, I can't fit a schmedium. I can't fit a medium. I'm gonna look crazy out here. But the time was running out, and I didn't have time. So my bedroom's upstairs, so I didn't have time to run upstairs to get a different shirt, because this is what I was gonna wear today. So the irony, because it was like take the risk, take the risk. I was like, you know what? I don't even know what a medium is gonna look like on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take the risk. And so I threw on the medium. And so y'all, like I said, if you watching on Ashcast TV, you can see, you know what I'm saying, you can see the how the medium is fitting. You know what I'm saying? I look at brolic out here, B. I promise you. So this is a medium. You know what I'm saying? It's nice and fitted. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fitted real nice. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not ready to wear a medium outside yet, though. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I don't need a 2X. Maybe I could do an extra large. Maybe I could do a large. I ain't ready for the medium yet. Give me to the end of this quarter. No, not even. Yeah, maybe the end of the quarter. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking Brocky out here. Be like Brocky, like Brolic. So, you know what I mean? Nah, look. You know, I'm telling you, like I'm looking. I'm looking Brocky out here. I don't know. New me, who this? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking Brocky out here. So with a medium, no. I got the medium shirt, but yo, go to shop.mindrightmoney.com. To cop your shirt. We got the Take the Risk shirts. We got the Banks Don't Recognize Street Cred shirt. Facts. Y'all thought you so Cuzzo, me and Cuzzo had a bet, hit with Paris. We had a bet a while ago. We bet each other $50 to lose, I think, like 50 pounds. I remembered it, but I never said nothing because I was like, I'm gonna let her live. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? She's blessed me behind the scenes spiritually. You know what I'm saying? More than that $50 is worth. That's why I never hollered at you about that, cuzzo. Just know that. Just know I knew that, and I was like, yo, she but because like you don't even. I mean, I've told you verbally, but you don't even know behind the scenes how much you've blessed myself, First Lady. Like, you've blessed us a lot. Like your presence is appreciated. So that's why I didn't even hit you about that 50 though. You do owe that 50 though. You do owe that 50, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the blessings that you've blessed this household with on a spiritual level, and just being you has been like I owe you, matter of fact. You feel me? So that's why I ain't even say nothing. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, B? I got the medium working. All right, cool. Let me jump into this news, and then we could go from there. And so before markets are actually closed today because in observation of the 4th of July. And so, I mean, like I know, we're not celebrating the 4th of July, but I did want to read this speech real quick by Frederick Douglass because we saluting Juneteenth, right? But there's it says a nation story. What's to the slave is the 4th of July, and this is why I want to read this because. When I say I don't celebrate the 4th of July, I also want to be clear that, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And this is just for everybody. It's not a disrespect to the country, right? Because when you live in a country, that does give you opportunity, right? So the country does give you opportunity. So it's no disrespect to the country. But as a melanated person in this country on the 4th of July, I wasn't, my ancestors weren't free. I mean, technically, but that's a different story, right? Because, technically, I'm, Haitian American, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm Haitian descent. And so 1804, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got our independence. Like, you know what I'm saying? So 1804, we got our independence. And so technically, it doesn't apply to me. But, my brothers and sisters in the, who are descendants of slaves, they weren't free, right? Because I don't want to misrepresent, right? And so on July 5th, 1852, Frederick Douglass gave a keynote address at the Independence Day celebration and asked, what to the slave is 4th of July? Douglass was a powerful orator, often traveled 6 months out of the year to give lectures on abolition. His speech was delivered at an event commemorating the signing of the Declaration of Independence held at Corinthian Hall in Rochester, New York. It was a scathing speech in which Douglass stated, the 4th of July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, I must mourn. And so in his speech, Douglass acknowledged the founding fathers of America, the architects of the Declaration of Independence, for their commitment to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Fellow citizens, I am not wanting in respect for the fathers of this republic. The signers of the Declaration of Independence were brave men. They were great men, too, great enough to give frame at a great age. It does not often to a nation to rise at one time such a number of truly great men. The point from which I am compelled to view them is not certainly the most favorable, and yet I cannot contemplate their great deeds and with less than admiration. They were statesmen, patriots, and heroes, and for the good they did and the principles they contended for, I will unite with you to honor their memory. And that's Frederick Douglass. Douglass states that the nation's founders are great men for their ideals, right? So the ideals of freedom. But in doing so, he brings awareness to the hypocrisy of their ideals with the existence of slavery on American soil. Douglass continues to interrogate the meaning of the Declaration of Independence to enslave African Americans experiencing grave inequality and injustice. So he says, fellow citizens, pardon me. Allow me to ask, why am I called upon to speak here today? What have I or those I represent to do with your national independence? Are the great principles of political freedom and of natural justice embodied in that Declaration of Independence extended to us? Am I therefore called upon to bring our humble offering to the nation's altar and to confess the benefits and express devout gratitude for the blessings resulting from your independence to us? Would to God, both for your sakes or ours, that an affirmative answer could be truly returned to these questions. Then would my task be light and my burden easy and delightful. For who is there so cold that a nation's sympathy could not warm him? Who so obdurate and dead to the claims of gratitude that would not thankfully acknowledge such priceless benefits? Who so stolid and selfish that would not give his voice to swell the hallelujahs of a nation's jubilee when the chains of servitude have been torn from his limbs? I am not that man. In a case like that, the dumb might eloquently speak and the lame man leap as an heart. But such is not the state of the case. I say it with sad sense of the disparity between us. I am not included within the pale of glorious anniversary. Your high independence only reveals the immeasurable distance between us. The blessings in which you this day rejoice are not enjoyed in common. The rich inheritance of justice, liberty, prosperity, and independence bequeathed by your fathers is shared by you, not me. The sunlight that brought light and healing to you has brought stripes and death to me. This 4th July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, I must mourn. And so, man, when I think about, this is 1852, right? And we're in 2020, and there's still, this fight, right? 13th Amendment, mass incarceration, slavery still exists, and it was never abolished. It was never emancipated. I got my brothers and sisters, a lot of them sitting up doing time for nonviolent crimes. Never got any repair, right? And so at the end of the day, slavery still exists, and that's a fact. I'm not making that up. I'm not overhyping it. Slavery does still exist. If you read the Constitution, there's 27 amendments, and the 13th Amendment is what says that slavery doesn't exist except for when somebody is in jail, right? And so, happy 4th of July if you choose. But I believe, injustice for one is injustice for all. And so it's hard to celebrate, something that is talking about independence and freedom when there's still injustice happening. People are still getting killed for the color of their skin. There's still inequality in pay. There's still a lack of capital that's given to certain communities. That's not freedom. You know what I'm saying? The pursuit of happiness, right? Life, liberty. You know what I mean? So we'll go there. All right. In market news, again, the market is closed as of today. And so, in observance of the 4th of July, NASDAQ was up 0.52%, reaching an all-time high of 10,207. S&P 500 up 0.45%. Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 0.36%. Gold is up 0.44%. 10-year Treasury is down 0.5%. Oil is up 1.08%. And so stocks, again, rise after better than expected job reports to close out a winning week. So it was a good week in the stock market. Stocks rose on Thursday following a better than expected U.S. job report as the economy tries to recover from the coronavirus pandemic. And so the Dow Industrial Average closed at 92.39 points higher. And again, that was because of the state of the job market. And so jobs did increase, right? Jobs did increase in June. So Thursday's gains led to a strong weekly performance for the major averages. Again, the Dow rose 3.3% this week, and S&P 500 climbed 4% in the same time period. It was the Dow and S&P 500's biggest weekly gain since June 5th. And so the Bureau of Labor Statistics said that they added nearly 4.8 million jobs in June, dropping the unemployment rate to 11.1%. Those job returns were returned to industries that took the hardest hits, so more than 40%, so 2.1 million jobs were in leisure and hospitality, food services. They added about 1.5 million jobs. But don't take the job increases at face values because, you know the saying, men lie, women lie, numbers don't, but sometimes numbers can be skewed. And so, May had a unemployment rate of 13.3%, but that was artificially low because the Labor Department, they've been misclassifying some workers as employed, and then so for June, that error is smaller, but it does mean that unemployment is actually closer to 12.1% opposed to 11.1%. In other news, another day, another coronavirus record in Florida. So according to NPR, Florida's surge of COVID-19 cases shows no signs of slowing down. The State Department of Health reported that Florida set another daily record on Thursday with 10,109 cases, surpassing Saturday's record of 9,585 cases. That brings Florida's total confirmed coronavirus cases to nearly 170,000 and a death toll of 3,617, with 67 new deaths reported on Thursday. It's funny because I got an email. So I won't shout out the conference, but there's a conference that I do every year. It's a college conference, and I do the conference every year, and it's actually in Orlando. It's in Florida every year. And so, obviously last year after the conference, I had agreed to do it again. And I literally got an email from them yesterday saying, hey, welcome, we're still planning to have the conference this year. Thank you for, agreeing to speak. I was like, hold on, brethren. Me not go nowhere. Hold on, me not go nowhere. Like, no, it's in November. Which is ironically the date that most experts and even the Gates are saying that, there might be a resurgence of a second wave of the coronavirus, in which we haven't even, handled the first wave. So I not go nowhere. And granted though, they did say that, they're going, there's like a survey to kind of see your comfortability with going, and if COVID-19 hasn't been handled by then, they'll do virtual. But it's not happening. Like I am not I'm not doing no, face-to-face speaking engagement until 2021. if that, right? I'm just saying 2021, in God's will, if things get, handled by then. But 2020 is out. Like, if it ain't digital, if you ain't booking me for a digital conference, then I don't know what to tell you. If you ain't booking me for a digital conference, then I don't know what to tell you. And I think I said this before, but I'll just say it again, just for the record, is that I am, I get a lot of requests for podcast interviews, for workshops, for all this stuff. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, like the internet is how I have to pivot to make money. And so a lot of those respond, like not right now. Right now, I may not be able to get back to you. I may not be able to, do your workshops and things unless you got a bag. I'll be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, corporations are still reaching out to me to do sponsorship stuff or whatever. So the value of my time on the internet has to increase, because you know what I mean. So I just want to put it out there. So if you're part of an organization, if you want some training done, whatever, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? But you got to come with a bag. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and now virtual is definitely the wave. All right, cool. So another news: Jeff Bezos is reportedly now worth over $171 billion, more than he was worth before his divorce. And so Jeff Bezos' net worth appears to have soared to an all-time high. The Amazon CEO fortune swelled after the company's shares reached a new high of Wednesday of 2,878. The surge pushed Bezos' net worth to $171 billion, according to Bloomberg. Bloomberg notes that Bezos, the world's richest person, has added $56.7 billion to his fortune just in 2020. That's inspiring to me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's inspiring because when you look at where Bezos came from, I remember in '99 he was in 1999 he was in his garage. Now he's the world's richest man. So take that how you want, but salute to that man, because I already see billions in my future. All right. Writings from Jen says, "What's the discount for the shirt you have on?" Yeah. So if you go and type "Mind Right," then I believe it's 25% off of everything on there. So the shirts. I got books on there. I got apparel. Anything you buy, just put the code MindRight, and you'll get the discount. So fast shout to my guy Heck. You know what I'm saying? Take the risk, take the risk. You know what I'm saying? The irony that he sends me a schmedium shirt. You know what I mean? He sends me a medium, and I wasn't gonna wear it because I'm like, yo, can I fit a medium? But I had to take the risk. I had to take the risk, and I took the risk, and now y'all see my guns out here. Know what I'm saying? Now my guns are popping. Now I'm looking. Now, know what I'm saying? Now I'm looking strong out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all can see the gains. I ain't finished yet though. I still got some. I still got some working out to do. Let's see. Wait, bro said the discount. I'm sorry, but that was funny. Ideas equal money. Gonna start reading the Kanye book, then rating on Amazon. I appreciate you. All right, cool. Oh, my guy Heck is in the building. Yo, Heck, B. So my guy Heck, who put the shirts together, my guy Heck sent me a medium, B. I don't know if he was being funny. I don't know what he was trying to do. Yo, Heck, B, please explain yourself, bro. I don't know what you was doing, but you sent me that schmedium, B. You sent me that schmedium. But it's all good though, because the irony that you sent me a medium shirt that says take the risk. I decided to take the risk, and you know what I'm saying. So. But if you order a medium, you might get this one back. No, I'm joking. I'm going to keep this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going to work out more so y'all could, you know what I'm saying? So I could get the cuts defined more. You know what I'm saying? So fast shout to the medium. Go to shop.mindrightmoney.com to make your purchase. Shop.mindrightmoney.com. In other news, FedEx paid $205 million for naming rights to the Washington Redskins Stadium, but they're asking the team to change its name, right? And so A FedEx spokesperson told CNBC, we have communicated to the team in Washington our request that they change the name, the team name. Obviously, um, you know, uh, Redskins is a derogatory term to my Native American brothers and sisters. Um, Earlier this week, a group of investors publicly pressured big companies such as Nike, FedEx, and Pepsi to sever relationships with the team over the name. Native Americans have challenged the team name going back to the 1960s, right? Um, let's see. Uh, Grace the DJ says such a New Yorker to keep the tag on. Facts of that. Mind right, body right. That might be a book. Who knows? Lastly, Meek Mill is being sued for allegedly stealing lyrics for a song, Cold Hearted 2 and 100 Summers. Meek Mill is reportedly being accused of jacking two songs from another artist and passing them off as his own. According to Gossip, Dream Rich Entertainment has filed suit against Meek Mill's record label Dream Chasers and its parent company Atlantic Records for civil conspiracy to commit copyright infringement. Dream Rich claims Meek Mill stole the copyright work to Cold Hearted 2 and 100 Summers and used them on his 2018 album Champions. The suit states that one of the company's contracted songwriters penned the two songs in early 2018 and alleges Meek later had access to the copywritten works and stole them. Dream Rich also claims that the Philadelphia rapper has been ignoring their attempts to contact him. They're looking for at least $75,000 for each alleged infraction, which equates to more than $300,000. Champions dropped in November 2008, serving as Meek Mill's first album following his release from prison that April. The album included appearances from Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Future, Young Thug, 21 Savage, Kodak Black, and even Drake officially ended their infamous beef the pair had for 3 years prior. Considered a major success, the effort debuted at number one, the Billboard 200, with roughly 229,000 album equivalent units sold in the first week. So I definitely think that that's dope. That these folks had their work copyrighted. So if it's true, they could be compensated. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's just a misunderstanding. But that's just to tell you guys, as you're putting your businesses out there, make sure that you are copywriting stuff. Make sure that you are getting to that, getting to that space where you're protecting your assets. You're protecting your assets. All right, cool. Let's see. So the promo code, if you go to shop.mindrightmoney.com, the promo code is MindRight. I'm gonna put it in here. I should have wrote that all together. But the promo code is MindRight. You get 25% off of everything. So I don't publicize it because that's for y'all. But yeah, if you use the code MindRight, you get 25% off of my apparel, books. You get 25% off of everything. So check that out. Let's see. What do you think about all these symbolism changes? We still need to get to the root, the system. Yeah. So Melody 14U. I talked about that yesterday. I think symbolism is whack. I talked about it yesterday. So yesterday, we saw, I read this report that 37 states had, or cities, 37 cities had Black Lives Matter painted on the floor, but only one did something about repealing immunity for police, so that if they do injustice, that they could be confronted for their injustice, right? Only one, and so yeah, symbolism is whack. I can't say no other way. Like meet demands. Like if I'm demanding one thing and you giving me the other, we're not compromising. I'm asking you to I'm asking you for basic stuff, like life, right? Like even your Constitution says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The number one is life, yo. Y'all taking lives, so just stop doing that, right? Stop killing, and y'all just like, nope. I'll change the name of a street though. Stop killing, nope. I'll I'll paint a big sign. Like, so that's my thoughts on that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. No questions today. My fault. Stack ND invest. Like, yo, where's the questions? All right. So let me answer these questions real quick because I think I got a few minutes left. Let's see. So, so any tips on buying home appliances? I don't know. I think buying home appliances. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think so. For me, when I buy home appliances, I'm always searching the internet, making sure that I can find the lowest amount or the cheapest item. Um, and then even when finding the cheapest item, I'm gonna tell y'all a trick. I go to I go to Best Buy because Best Buy has a price guarantee on all of their electronics, and so what I do is I scour the internet to find a cheaper price, and then I just buy it at Best Buy, and then I have them match that cheaper price. So I would say that's the tip that I do. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Any suggestions on how to start a workout apparel line? Yeah, so a workout apparel line. Yeah, read the reviews too. So salute to PK Dixon on Facebook check-in. Salute to my guy Ill Flow on the check-in. Jovan Jackson on the check-in. Rhea Keith on the check-in. Yeah, so my guy Guy Jazzy Rainey on the check-in. And so let's see who else. Takesha Blair on the check-in. Janine Stewart on the check-in. Big sis. But yeah, I would say that to start a workout apparel line, there are drop shipping companies, so you could do it two ways, right? You can either there are companies in China that give you like real cheap apparel that you could put your logos on and all that stuff, so you could go that route. There are but you would have to pay for the products up front, but I'm telling you, the products are really, really cheap. I do have a client that uses China for a lot of their products and services. So that's one route. You can also do what's called print on demand. So there's ways that you can do print on demand and have, like Printful.com is a company that lets you put items on your, items and sell it. Or you could do the old fashioned way, like my guy Heck, right? So when you think about these shirts, like my guy Heck has the whole setup in his crib. So supporting these shirts, right? The aspiration shirts, supporting these shirts is supporting a black business, supporting a family business that all the productions is made in Harlem, right? So these shirts are made in Harlem, like facts. You know what I'm saying? So it's made in Harlem. And so you could go that route. So my guy bought, a printing press, screening, all that stuff or whatever. He buys the shirts, so everything is done there. And so you could potentially, find a wholesale distributor that sells the stuff. Go to an embroidery shop, and you could do it that way as well. So salute to that. So thanks for that question. Let's see. Let's see. They aren't offering me a settlement, and I've been paying them for 3 years. Hold on, let me see. Is there? Okay, all right. Okay, so Style. Oh, I love this one. Style Lewis says, I have an outstanding balance with a credit card now. It's with collection agency, and is there any way to settle it? No, do not settle it. Stop paying them. Right. So here's the deal about collection agencies and settlements and things of that nature. Is that why would a collection agency make their money off of the debt that they buy, right? And so if you owe $1,000, right? Let's say that you have a collection, you have an item that costs or you owe $1,000, and then once you owe the $1,000, they sell it to a collection agency. Collection agency buys it for $500. They're gonna try to collect that $1,000. Because that's how they make money. They bought it for $500. They want to make their money back, and so I would say stop paying. But here's the other tricky part. So let me not just say stop paying them. The tricky part is that once you start paying them, you validated the debt almost, right? You're saying that, hey, I owe this, but there's still opportunity. What I would do is I would stop paying, right? If it's in collections, right? Because if it's in collections, it's hurting you already. So it's not like if you pay. So here's the deal: if you pay it off, right? So here's the trick to this: if you pay off that collection item, once you pay it off, it's going to stay on your credit report for 5 to 7 years, depending on what state you're in. It's going to stay in your credit report for that amount of time as a collection. Even if it says paid in full, even if it says settled. So you want that mother to be taken off. You don't even want it to say collection. And so what I would say is stop paying it, first and foremost, because it's not helping your credit to pay it. Number two, I would say get a secure credit card or a secure loan and use that money that you was paying that credit card to start rebuilding your credit. And number three, I would send out a letter to not the collection agency, because they want their money. I would send it to the credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and ask them to verify your debt. Because how do you know that this collection agency even has the right to collect it? You could be paying somebody that you don't even owe. So that's what I would do. Let's see. My sis in the building. My sis Tosh. Harlem, stand up. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Cloud 3 Vision says, does Heck take orders? He does. Yo, Heck, if you still in here or about her life, Tosh, put some type of info. Could you please share Heck's info? Not sure the name spelling. So his Instagram is Heck _run_miles. Hit with Paris. Nobody loves Harlem more than Ash Cash. That's a big fact though, because you know what it is. In all disrespect, I'm gonna say in all disrespect to everybody. In all due respect to everybody, Harlem's not even its own city. So imagine that, right? When people say Atlanta, when people say Brooklyn, when people say like there's actually a Brooklyn, New York. There's actually a Brooklyn, New York. There's actually a Atlanta, Georgia, right? There's actually a New York. There's actually a Charlotte, North Carolina. There's right? Yo, there's no Harlem, New York. Do you understand that? Do you understand that Harlem gets as much love as a whole? We're not even a city. Yo, fam, we 45 blocks. So stop, you know what I mean? How couldn't I have pride, right? How can I not have pride in a place that's not even a city? There's nowhere. You can't look on a map and see Harlem, New York. When you write your address, it says New York, New York. You feel what I'm saying? So people talk about Brooklyn all the time, but at the end of the day, Brooklyn is actually a city. It's a whole city. It's Bed-Stuy, Flatbush, Crown Heights, all these things. So when people compare Brooklyn to Harlem, it's like Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, East New York, Flatbush, all these different places. And we hold our own though. Yo, greatest place in the world, we hold our own. So how can you not have pride? How can you not have pride for a place so small but so impactful? We 45 blocks east to west, 1/10 to 55th. That's it. Salute to some of my, my Douglas people out. We'll call y'all Harlem, but technically y'all not. But I call y'all that. You know what I'm saying? So salute to all my Douglas fam out there who live in the hundreds and the 102s and the 103s. But technically Harlem is 1/10 to 55th. So of course, Wise Money Apparel, the attire for those search of more life. So check out Wise Apparel. Salute to you, King. Which one do you find more effective? Oh, they're about to kick me out. Which one do you find effective on building your brand, YouTube or Instagram? I spend more time on YouTube, on Instagram, so that's why it's been helping me build my brand. But I definitely want, I'm a believer that and is better than or. So I need to start spending more time on YouTube. But so far, Instagram has been my bread and butter. What about if the collector is a principal holder of the debt? Let's talk about that because it's gonna take me more to answer. But to Elegant Eleanor's point, it's all in what the FICO. What the FICO 10 steps, 12 steps to repairing your credit. It's my guy T. Roy in the building. Harlem all day. You already know. You know what I mean? Harlem. You can send all inquiries. So all inquiries for Hex is Young Fly Fashion. So go to Young Fly Fashions. Anybody who's inquiring, let's go. Heck can be reached at Young Fly Fashion. So salute to that. Let's see those blocks shape the culture. That's a fact, right? We in the history books. Harlem. We in the history books. Harlem, USA. I hear you, Brooklyn, but it's different. It's not the same. We're not even a borough. We a world. Facts of that. All right, let me get out of here. Yo, I love y'all. Harlem in the building, but I love the Brooklyn, love the UK, love the everybody, Charlotte, at ATL, love the all of y'all. Yo, thank you so much for tuning in to Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Go to the AshCashShow.com to subscribe to our podcast. Go to AshCashTV.com to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I love y'all before Instagram kicks me out. Peace, peace, peace. Have a lovely weekend. I love y'all. Salute, salute, salute.